Gamba, the chairman of the Kenyan National Drama Film Festival, Professor Biambo, the Executive Secretary, the Director General, and the entire organizing committee of the festival, from the council, the members, the principals and teachers who are present, and the competing teams. It's an honor and a privilege for Equity to be part of this festival. We are truly honored to have been a partner in this year's Kenya National Drama and Film Festival. Our deepest appreciation to the Ministry of Education and Kenya National Drama and Film Festival for giving us an opportunity to be part of this event, and congratulations for a job well done. When I saw the theme, that's why I took this book with me, leveraging technology to nurture talent while inculcating national values for socio-economic prosperity, I felt very, very proud. Because for once, we are now bringing convergence between our education and practice in industry. That is how technology is brought in, not for the sake of technology, but for the sake of driving our economy. But national values become central because they define who we are as a nation. And that again, I felt very, very proud. But that Leader League was our national aspiration for socio-economic prosperity. There will be no better way of leading, inculcating national aspirations than through drama and film. Having been chairman of Kenya Vision 2030, I felt Vision 2030 acquired a life of its own. And when it is inculcated in our children, in our students, in our scholars, in our youth, then we know the future is secure, because then they own it and they will streamline it. Truly, sitting again there and watching the application of technology, I know very well that the path the country has taken. Equity is a creation of two things: creativity and talent, and application of innovation and technology. And truly, if then that becomes the culture within our country, then we are headed to great heights. Of great significance to me was the conversation about monetizing and commercializing our talent. We shouldn't be doing this as an end in itself, but truly as a pathway to wealth creation, as a pathway to alternative means of living. So promoting creativity and talent development is central, and we are very proud of Equity to be associated with. But where we would like leading to support is monetizing talent and fostering entrepreneurship, because we are a creation of an entrepreneurial spirit. And truly seeing the link between art, those who know we are heavy in media, particularly the Citizen Group. But if you look, it is talent we pay for, not the media. It's communication, advertising, and promotion communicated through talent, through performing art, through the creative industry. So that is an area, the general hope of it is you will work with. I would really like to take you up and say, how do we link the dots? How do we make it with the industry? And truly rewarding talent. And when I was seated there, we were talking with the CS, and he said, we are going to take things to the next level using that will then change the interest, the passion, and the enthusiasm in talent. Lastly, let me say, this is not about sponsorship, it's about partnership. But it goes far beyond this. We are very grateful administration, teachers, principals, because you always lead us ahead in your talent. If you look this year, you produced 167 A's of 84 points. All of them are working in equity as we speak. We are familiar with what industry looks for. That is not education. They are so talented, but that talent is not for the sake of it. It's to try and nurture them. We also, and I'm very, very grateful, that last year we had 45,000 wings to fly and Elimu scholars in the schools at the same time. And you managed that effortlessly, and we were very humble that we produced 367 A's and A minuses. Again, all those are working in equity group to try and see how academia and industry could work together. So in total, Honorable CS, we have 700 of your best talent in the country, including the best girl and the best boy in the county, working in equity and the equity leadership program. So we are taking them from the home to the workplace and see how do you apply this talent in this environment. What are the challenges? Can we create? Can we be innovative around how we work? We have been amazed by the suggestions that have come from our youthful equity leadership scholars. And we can see year after year, equity is improving because of that interaction. I don't want to be selfish to own the entire gifted children of our country. I would like to extend an invitation to the corporates in this country. There is enough children to go around. The way we competed in sponsoring them when we started Wings to Fly, why don't we compete in giving them internships? We are currently paying them 40,000 per month, and they look amused that from a pocket money of 500 shillings per month, now they have 40,000. But what we are seeing most is how they think differently from the way we see money. Their way of seeing money is very different. And I think if we make more and more resources to these talented, gifted children, what we are seeing is that they are moving more to the innovation space. They want to be owners very, very young. They want to sponsor their own small enterprises. They want to form their own companies with that money. So if we compete as the private sector to incorporate this, then this will be good. Lastly, CS, I don't know whether it is true, but I read it in the papers, that you are thinking of bringing all scholarship programs together in a transparent one program. You can count as equity to be part of that donation program. As long as it's transparent and it serves the disabled. I think there's too much duplication. There's too much waste. So that's why private and public sector, because it's akin to a child. There's nothing a child is giving you back. We are willing to be part of that a great initiative and be part of it. It's unfortunate the scholars are out. I would have liked to show them how the young ones with the 84 points look like. They are exactly like them. So as we really bring passion to performing art, let's also bring passion to perform academic performance, because they go together. Once again, I want to take this real opportunity, Cabinet Secretary, to thank you, the Ministry of Education and the Government of Kenya, for giving us this unique opportunity to partner with the Kenyan people. A country that doesn't invest in its young people has no future. A country can never be better than its people. The more we invest in our people, the greater the prospects of our country being great, because it will reflect Thank you for this great opportunity. First and foremost, to invite you here, sir, to be with us. You've been with us since morning, and you've watched what our learners can do. I want to believe that you have enjoyed and you have also learned from them. This festival is meant for our learners. And I want to remind us today, I usually don't give lectures in places like this, but today I think, sir, with your permission, to let me to make some comments. One is that I want to remind us that this is an educational activity. And as an educational activity, our main objective is to help our learners to develop talents and also to learn. A work of art, as we know it, only operates at two levels. At the first level, it operates at the level of morality. At the level of morality, we want a work of art that is able to tell us what is wrong and what is right in our society. That is the first level. The second level is at the level of aesthetics. And at the level of aesthetics, a work of art is supposed to give us pleasure, not pain. And that is what we expect from the presentations that we get from our learners. And therefore, I want to address our teachers that let us remember the essence of drama festival and film, that they are meant to help us to nurture the talents of our learners, as well as enable them to develop their own agency. We would want them to write their own plays, we would want them to direct. My second point today is to pay gratitude first to the Cabinet Secretary and the Ministry of Education as part of the government for enabling us to have this festival. I also want to take this opportunity to thank most sincerely our partners. We usually make fun with my executive secretary that we don't want to refer to them as sponsors, because we know that in Kenya the word sponsor has acquired a rather negative connotation. So we prefer to refer to you as our partners and not, as the young generation will say, spawning. I also want to take this opportunity to thank our host institutions. I also want to make some clarification about the choices that we make when we go to certain institutions. This time round, we decided to come to this particular school and the neighboring school. So there was a collaboration between a private school or schools and public schools. The idea of having the festival in a place like this is that it makes it easy for us to manage the festival. For those of us who have been here, you've seen how it has been very easy to move around. We have young kids, so if we are so dispersed, it becomes not only difficult but also uneconomical, because they have to use the buses to go and watch performances in other spaces. So we are usually happy when we are in one place, what we refer to as a one-stop shop, so that our students are also safe, because they don't have to travel from one space to the other. So that informed our choice of this, and there was nothing else beyond that, because that question has been asked several times. But it is because of convenience for all of us, and it is also very easy for the security apparatuses to control the space. I also want to take this opportunity to thank our teachers, pay gratitude to our teachers for guiding our learners through this process.
to take this opportunity to sincerely thank our student artists, because they're the ones who are our celebrants in the festival. I want to also thank all the members of the audience who have been attending our festival during this time. Our theme this time was quite deliberate, as we all know that now we are in the fourth industrial revolution. And the fourth industrial revolution is informed by technology. If we don't engage with technology, as we were shown here by one of the schools, with the use of artificial intelligence, then we are going to be left behind in development. As Africa, we might resist the change, but if we don't take this change, then we are going to be enslaved once again. So we must be ready to accept the change, because it is technology that is going to transform the world. I want to say that this has also been one of the most historic and unique festivals that we've had, in the sense that for the first time we've had an international conference where we invited keynote speakers, one from Nigeria and the other one from South Africa. Their presence here enabled us to begin grappling with some of the issues that have been quite problematic for us. For instance, we've always been asked the question, how do you intend to monetize? How do you intend to commodify? And how do you intend to commoditize these artistic productions? And they took us through the process of how we can do this. And we want to say here that when we'll be having our workshop for teachers in December, we will take them through that process. Then also, this time around, we've had what we call master classes, where we have Kenya Cultural Center having a tent that they call lunchtime poetry lab, where our learners go to practice and to be helped to develop their skills, not just in poetry, but also in acting. We also had another masterclass by Tunga Africa, who also gave our learners an opportunity to experience how to make films. And beside that, they also had screenshots where our learners learned the importance of protecting and preserving our environment. So this time around, we've expanded the possibilities of the festival just beyond the traditional way of doing things. We've also had some new entries into the festival. The language catchment areas have expanded, and this time around we also had presentations in German language. We hope that our learners and their teachers, now that we are going into CBC and that mother tongue is becoming extremely important, that we will also have more presentations in our mother tongues, so that we can maintain our cultural identities. We saw in this festival that this is a mosaic of cultural nationalism. The festival brought together all the learners from different communities, from different religious backgrounds within one space. And that is the only way that we can engage in the project of national cohesion, by bringing our learners from all parts of Kenya to this particular space. So, sir, we are on the right direction. We had, as we've known, that there was a hiccup, but it was a short hiccup, and we want to say that we will ensure that such hiccup do not happen again, that we will, as usual, be in control of our enterprise. This this juncture, I also want to take this opportunity to thank most sincerely the security apparatuses in this county and in this region for being there for us and enabling us to have this successful festival. Now I want to move to the next level, and I want to begin by thanking most sincerely our adjudicators, and with that I want all our adjudicators to stand up for recognition. It's going to become the hub for our learners who are going to take the pathway for performing arts. So we need to strengthen it, and we need to, together with the government and the county governments, think of ways of coming up with theatre houses within our counties and also improve the theatre infrastructure in our schools so that our learners can get the best from this particular pathway. Sir, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana.
Participate in these co-curriculum activities. So the months of April and August are the months that our students converge at the national level. Here, we want to add the students who participated or showed their talent in film, together with those who came here physically. We are talking of a total of 26,000 students participating in the drama and the film festival of this year. In the coast, we had in Mombasa a total of 6,300 students converging there for the Term 1 games and sports. And we just closed them on Friday. We can confirm that they have all traveled safely back to their institutions. So sir, this year, for the drama and film festivals, it runs right from preschool. You saw the talent shown here by Ganjoni Preschool from Mombasa. Our preschool participants were 928. Primary schools participants were 3,962. Junior school, the students who showed up at the national level were 6,845. Secondary schools, 7,946. TVET, 1,489. TVETs were 4,567, while TTCs were 1,489. At the University of Sector, we have had a total of 927 students participating. The talents that has been displayed here, as was noted by Nelson Sifuna, the director, is something that started way at the school, and all the schools have participated. So to us, from the education sector, this is an activity that this year is very successful. We've seen our students present during this gala. Usually, traditionally, we present, we do presentations from our cabinet secretary during the gala, and tomorrow we are all set to present to His Excellency, the President of this great country. You saw, sir, students displaying their skills from Alliance High School, the spoken word about the importance of girls' education. Other, the talent that's being displayed, the entertainment. For the first time I heard from the narrator from Bita Boys that we also have a school called Omena Boys. In Nyanza, I'm told it's because of the uniform. It's not anything bad, but I'm told they put on a white shirt and a grey trouser. So that's where the name Omena Boys has come from. So sir, you see, Lions School, the themes, and the message they are portraying. You see that young boy, the youngest, the last one of the family, and his siblings, the conflict that was there among them, where at the end of the day, they concluded, we don't have to complete negatively. We can always work together, you see. And still, there's enough for all of us to do. Displaying, So for us, the Kenya National Drama and Film Festival is a platform that nurtures creativity, the performing arts. And in the core curriculum of this country, there are two ways, mainly avenues, that our children can display their creativity through music, which is coming in August, and now the other performing art, venue is the drama, and we saw that. Cultural expression. We see the diversity in our country. People, students coming from all over the country, different regions, different counties, and that is displayed. This year, unlike the previous years, during the opening ceremony, sir, for your information, we brought in one successful artist to speak to the young ones. Walter Mungare was here, talking to the students and, telling them about his success, the journey he went through. And that is what we intend to do. During even the games, we want to bring in successful footballers, who are products of the education system. And so, even the comedians in our TV screens, at the national level, the successful athletes all over the world, they're all products of the education system. And they were given the opportunity to express their talent within the school system. So we really want to value what our teachers have done, what our students have done, and to us, this year's 63rd, Kenya National Drama and Film Festival, sir, is really very successful, and we're able to achieve a lot. Sir, my remarks will not be complete if I don't recognize our principals, especially our hosting team here. The students were hosted in different schools. For example, Nakuru High School, Butere Girls. Are you here, host principals? Kindly stand up if you are there. They made it successful. The two Njoro boys and Njoro girls, Pangani Special, Moi Forces Academy.